So many years ago, when I was in school, we used to have those moments when, we'd sit in class and then there was intervals. So let's say we finished learning a particular subject, so the teacher walked out of class, and then there would be a few minutes of waiting until the other teacher would be ready to come in and to go ahead with the next lessons. Now, during those intervals, the entire class would be making a lot of noise. We would be there making noise, telling each other stories, and all the stuff like that. And this was usually between 5 and 10 minutes. Those intervals used to take about 5 or 10 minutes. So we would be there screaming, shouting stories and what. The whole class was noisy. You know what I mean? So when the teacher used to come, they would stand outside of the class and they would look through the window. And sometimes we wouldn't notice that the teacher is waiting to come in. So we could just continue with our yapping and, shouting around and stuff like that. And then one student would recognize that, oh, the teacher is here. The teacher is here. So they would start, telling the other kids, hey, guys, the teacher is here, the teacher is here. They could see the teacher through the window. And then the entire class would go quiet. They would go quiet. And as soon as the teacher noticed that the class was quiet, then now the teacher would walk in and the class would begin. Now, in most case scenarios, I've just given you a very familiar example, which could have been your case in your own personal life, if you've been in school, that is. But you see, most of the times, we are looking for very important information. It could be something very specific we need. It could just be a piece of information, advice, a message, or something like that. And the people that are meant to deliver that message, they will show up. They will show up. They will be around you. That person could be in your vicinity. And then they might even be ready to start talking or start helping you and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter what they are going to say. If you're a person who is not ready to receive that information, then you're not going to get anything what that person is trying to say. Now, a couple of months ago, I had a session, so I was talking with this gentleman. And one thing I remember this gentleman said was like, I used to see these videos. So I used to, pop up on the screen, when you just about your day, and these videos keep on showing up on YouTube. So, the videos would pop up. They'd be like, oh, what is this guy saying? They would just keep on swiping. It has happened to me as well, where I would just meet sometimes different teachers talking about different subjects. But, it doesn't ring a bell, doesn't make sense to me. And I'll just keep on scrolling. I'll just keep on going. And then this thing took about, I could say about maybe like 6 months. The videos would keep on coming. They would keep on coming. And then this guy would keep on swiping. The videos would come, the guy would keep on swiping. And then one day, after like 6 months, another video popped up. So this gentleman was like, okay, there is something this I don't know. So that was something what was going on in his mind. He was like, he keeps on seeing these videos showing up. Let's see. Let me just, play this video. Well, I don't know what's going on, but I'll just play the video anyway. And we'll see what this guy has got to say. Now, that video, in that particular time, it had a very powerful message. And that is exactly the message that this gentleman needed to hear. It was a very life-changing message for them. Now, you see, most of the times we're going through life and we are asking ourselves so many questions. All of you guys who are in churches, you go to pray, God, show me this, answer me, give me a sign, give me this and do that. But you see, it is not in the old days where we used to read those, we used to read the scriptures and they would tell us that God appeared to people. Somebody needed direction or they needed answers, and then God would appear to these people and would tell them whatever it is they needed to know, stuff like that. So you have asked God for a solution, or it could be an answer to something that has been bothering you for a while. Usually what will happen is God is going to choose the right candidate to deliver that message. And this person is going to be your teacher. But you see, as you're praying and asking God for answers and direction, it's also very important to prepare yourself. Because you see, one of the things we need to learn, when you have asked God for something, you should be able to look out for the signs, because the signs are going to start showing up. And normally, the people that are going to help you, they are not going to be the people you expect. You could be thinking about somebody, it could be maybe your father is the one going to help you, your brother will help you, a friend back in the neighborhood who is going to probably fix some stuff for you. It could be something that you've asked for, but it may not necessarily come through the ways that you expect, even sometimes through the people that you expect. It's going to be the people that you least expect. In most cases, it will be even the people that you wouldn't even imagine. You don't even think these are the guys that are going to deliver that kind of information or messages. And then out of the blue, boom. You're going to land. You could meet them physically. A person could just come around, appear in your vicinity. They will tell you something about something that you'll be dealing with, and they may even have a solution. In most cases, that's where people, they miss the opportunity, because the opportunity may come to you in the ways that you least expect. Now, normally, it is going to take you a very long time to realize that there's a person that showed up at some point in your life. And those people were the messengers. So those were the people that God used to come to your rescue or to come to deliver to you a very particular message about your life. If you're not keen to have a very closer look and closer observation around you, those people will keep on coming and going. They will come and go. I've given an example of this guy who used to see those videos, coming in on their phone and stuff like that. One video after the other one, they would swipe. They kept on swiping. And then one day they was like, okay, there is something this guy may be trying to say. Let me see. Let me just try to listen to this video. Let's see what's going on here. They clicked on the video. And that is exactly where they found all the answers that they was looking for their entire life. Now, you see, when it comes to things like information, you have questions, you need answers. You need to be humble enough to recognize that those answers are going to be delivered through the least expected people. You have got to be a very good student, a student who is ready to learn, you know. For you to be able to make sure that you don't miss on those chances and opportunities, you have got to be a student that is willing and they are ready to learn. So when the ego kicks in and you have this encounter with somebody, they may have an idea about a business idea that you have been thinking about, maybe some advice on your relationship. It could be a person who is going, through, a very difficult relationship. I can just share with you a very short story. Actually, I was on, when I was on holiday a couple of months ago. So I'm having this walk. I'm walking around, enjoying the sun, enjoying the beach and stuff like that. So I meet this lady, you know, sitting there reading a book, and I was like, okay, how are you? And this. We kind of say hello, hello, and stuff like that. So this person asks me for my name, and I'm like, I told them my name, but they was like, oh, you're not from here. I said, no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting. I'm, just on a holiday and stuff like that. So we kind of kick off a little bit of a conversation. Oh, you do this and this. So she was married. She was telling me about her marriage and stuff like that. So that's the thing about uh, chosen people. Mostly you meet people who are going to open up. They will have that thing, they will open up and they will be able to tell you some things about their own personal lives. For some mysterious reason, we started talking about family and, husband, this and what she's doing and the kids and stuff like that. I also talked about myself, what I was doing in the country. I was on holiday and stuff like that. So we had a little bit of exchange. And then as this person is talking, I figured out something in that conversation. I figured out that this particular individual was going through abuse. Are you guys following the story? So this particular individual was going through abuse. They was in a very toxic, to be precise, I figured out that this person was dealing with a narcissist. Because I saw they was very emotional while they was talking. It was very emotional. And you would see the pain. I could see or even feel the pain at that time. So I didn't want to, straight away, drop the messages here and there. At that particular time, I was like, okay, probably I'll see another time and stuff like that. You never know. The days went by. A couple of days later, I ran into that individual another time. This was the second time. So then there was some more stories we talked about a little bit. This was like a 2 or 3 4 minutes conversation. And then I asked this particular individual that, are you ready for the truth? Because I don't believe that we meet people by coincidence. You just don't meet people randomly, there's no kind of, those things of coincidence. So I told this person, are you ready to hear the truth? So that's when I came in and I started telling this lady what exactly was going on behind the scenes. And this thing also happened, actually, I think this thing happened like 2 or 3 times when I was on holiday. In that particular moment, this lady had been dealing with a narcissist for the longest of time. We're talking about 13 years. And for some mysterious reason, the universe made it possible for us to align at that particular moment where she would just, she has all these things running in her head and stuff like that. She was contemplating divorce and stuff like that. She didn't know what was going on. So that's when I came in. And for me, it was like a confirmation of what exactly was going on. So when we started actually talking deeper, that's when I realized that this person was going through narcissistic abuse. So there's always a student and a teacher. There is always somebody who will know something. I do not necessarily say I'm the guy who knows everything in the world, but there will always be people that will be directed towards my way or me, vice versa, so that I can get a word or two from those individuals that is going to help me on my journey or will help them on their journey. But there's one thing that is for sure. It is going to be a moment when a person is ready to receive the information. Because you see, in most of the cases, when the truth hits, the truth can hit somebody very hard and the ego can kick in. So you may find some people who are struggling with the messengers, or why do you think that you are the one who knows this, or stuff like that. Some people may think that you are, trying to be all that and stuff like that. So they may not actually value you in that particular moment. But that is simply because they are mentally and psychologically not prepared for the truth. You know what I mean? So it is going to take a very long time of preparation for somebody to align with the messengers so that they can be able to digest the truth, because it is that truth they have been looking for their entire lives. So God will always bring to you a teacher. What I'm teaching is different. There are so many millions of them, million types of teachers in different scenarios and different circumstances. So there can be different teachers around the universe teaching different things. But whatever they are teaching, you're not going to be able to understand what they are saying if you are not prepared. So you need to have an open heart. Not in a sense that you're supposed to take whatever it is they're telling you. You can always take their information or their messages with a grain of salt. Meditate on the messages and see how you fit in that message and stuff like that. But those could be the messengers that God has sent to your life to help you. In other words, you can only understand what people are teaching you when you're open up and when you're ready to be a good student, because even if you look at these situations in class, you will know that it is not always the kids that are, always those backbenchers who are there making noise, doing different things. The teacher is teaching stuff and they're not even hearing what they're saying. They are not making the notes and stuff like that. Those are the kids who always fail the exams. So they never pass, because when the teacher was teaching, they didn't hear what the teacher was saying. It is only the students that are paying attention to the messages and they're taking the notes, taking some time to revise. Those are the kids that usually pass the exam. So to be able to get the information that you need, you have got to be prepared. You have got to be a ready student. Because when you are prepared, whoever you meet on your journey that is going to be in your path, that is the exact person the universe has sent that is going to teach you something, that is going to move you to the next level. So I'm very sure that this video may resonate. Let us know in the comment section below what you think. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.